Hello friends, now I will show how to implement ng after init and ng view of. Hello friends, welcome to channel 11. Now I will quickly show how to implement ng after view init, ng after view checked. So as per the definition, ng view init respond after Angular initializes the component views and child views or the view that contains the directive. So this is the definition called once after the first ngview content checked. So what is the ngview checked means? Respond after Angular checks the component views and child views and the view that contains. So this is response whenever Angular initializes, and this is whenever Angular checks completes. So that can be component views, child views, and view that contains directive. So when it is going to called after the ng view init and every subsequent ng after content checked. So this is called after view init as well as subsequent ng after content checked. So this is the definition. Now I will quickly show how to implement. So this is my component. So this component having one variable called count. So it is going to increase by these two methods, incremented by one and decrement. So increase and decrease the same count variable. So this component I have used in my home component. This is parent component. So this is the selector. So if you see my component, so I am displaying that count variable uh, here. So in the template. So in my component the variable will show here. So there are two buttons, is two buttons having that increment and by one and decrement by one. So inside my home component it is calling two functions, increment by one, decrement by one, and unclick. So if I see my home component TypeScript class, so I have implemented so I have referenced my child component using the view child. So this is the how we can reference component using view child. So on click of those two buttons, I'm accessing my child functions. So say child functions like this. I'm so an increment by one, I'm using this function, so it will get increment that count function. So when user click on button decrement by one button, the count number will get decreased. So let's see that before going to implement ng after view init and then ng view checked. So if you see that my number is getting decreased. So if we observe here, this is my child component and these two buttons are my home parent component. So whenever I am clicking off my home component increase button, I am increasing my count variable of child number count. So now by using ng after ng lifecycle hooks after view init and after view check, we can see when these events are firing. So let me go and implement so this is the view child means after view init. Let me implement this here. If you want to implement this two, you have to put the comma and again. So these two button interfaces I'm implementing, I'm clicking. So using shortcut I'm implementing those two. So I implemented ng after view checked and ng after view init. So here I'm going to Let me put this above. Here I am going to access my count variable. I will show here when these are firing. So console.log. So I am accessing my count variable here. So this is ngviewchecked. Same way I will use my some syntax error. So I will use this one here. Here I will use ngviewinit. So if you observe here, I have implemented those two interfaces methods, ngafterviewchecked, ngafterviewinit. So let me go here. Methods not implemented. So let's see that one. So there are some extra libraries are inherited. That's why it's giving error. So if I let me see this now there's no error. So if you see here, now it is ng after view unit has been done because executed, because this is the my component has been initiated, and it's also verified checked. So means it has been done. Means the check has been done. So let me go and do some operations on my child component by clicking these buttons. You see here, skip on, it's further doing only checked, so no initialization happening as per the definition. And the check means called after the ng view unit and every subsequent. So respond after the angler checks the, so this is going to respond after angler checks the component views. So this is, so now it is every time it is calling because it is every time checking. So I hope you understand that very simple example how to implement ng after, I means ng view init, ng after view init, ng after view checked with very simple example. So I have to first reference using view child, and and these two methods we have to implement ng after checked and ng after init, and initialize will call only one time whenever the means child is initialized, and this will further called after checked. I hope you understand how it is. Thank you very much.